national, business, sports news, and more in Igbo with Nchikontako. The news all day, every day, only on 107.3 Darling FM, the People's Radio. The People's Radio.
World News on Darling FM 107.3.
This is Nigeria's first family healthy lifestyle and edutainment radio station, 107.3 Darling FM. Hello and welcome to the newscast. The world news, I beg your pardon. I am Paul Emoghene. Here are the headlines. Minister of Interior cautions travel agencies against trafficking. Imo State Police Command arrest officers involved in civilian assault. And United States President suspends arms deal to Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. Details shortly. Minister of Interior Ralph Aregbesola has cautioned travel agencies to desist from all forms of trafficking and smuggling into the country or outside the nation. He made the call during a joint stakeholders dialogue on trafficking in persons and smuggling of migrants in Abuja. Aregbesola, who was represented by the Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandede, said any travel agency found wanting of such crime will be blacklisted to serve as a deterrent to others. On his part, the Director General of NAPTIP, Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, said the agency will use the societal approach in waging war against trafficking and will continue to build on intelligence sharing to make sure they end the scourge. Senior Staff Association of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has suspended its proposed strike action. This followed a meeting between the union and the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami. Chairman of NIMC Senior Staff Association, Lucky Michael, who disclosed this, said the decision to shelve the proposed strike was taken by the union in national interest and out of sympathy for Nigerians seeking for enrollment at various registration centers across the country. Recently, the union had issued a 21-day ultimatum for the NIMC management to meet their demands or the down tools. However, Lucky said the union will be meeting with the minister to resume discussions on the issues, noting that more comments on the next line of action will be related to the general public at the end of the meeting. Following the recent abduction of some children from an orphanage home in Abuja, the Coalition of Orphanages and Children Homes in Nigeria has called on the federal government to protect Nigerian children. President of the coalition, Senator Eze Ajoku, made the call when members of the group paid a solidarity visit to the affected orphanage in the Federal Capital Territory. He called on President Muhammadu Buhari, the IGP of Police, and the FCT Minister to do everything possible to ensure the release of the affected children.
The ransom of 10 million they are asking for now, none of us as an orphanage can pay it. Therefore, we want to call upon the President to look into support for orphanages. We want to call on the Inspector General of Police to ensure that these children, Nigerian children, kidnapped in an orphanage are brought back to our home. We know that the police has capacity to do this. We also want to call upon the FCT Minister, since this happened in the FCT, to please see what he can do to ensure that these children are brought back to the orphanages.
Senator Eze Ajoku also appealed to the government to assist orphanages in the area of security, while calling on all orphanage homes in the country to beef up their security to forestall such abduction.
We see this as a wake-up call for all other orphanages to ensure that they put in security provisions to safeguard their children. The fact that the children are orphaned is of grave concern to us as the Coalition of Orphanages and Children's Homes. These orphans are Nigerian children. It's true, those of us who are owners of orphanage homes, we set them up as partners to government. We feel that government should show interest in all the orphanages and particularly in this situation.
The group also used the occasion to present some food items to Rachel Holmes, Kurudu, Abuja, where 9 children were abducted. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has sworn in 2 new judges, Justice Alma Ngozi Elua and Justice Dominica Okuchi Okoroji, for Imo State Judiciary, with a charge on them to defend the oath they took by ensuring that they serve the course of justice without fear or favor. Performing the ceremony at the Executive Council Chambers, Government House, Owerri, the governor informed that the judiciary is meant to strengthen not only our democracy, but instruments of democracy. According to him, the judiciary is one of the most important arms of government that exists as an arbiter between the legislature and the executive. He therefore congratulated the newly sworn-in judges and urged them to commit themselves to deepening of our democracy through the spotless discharge of their onerous duties, while wishing them the best of luck and God's guidance. Still in Imo State, the Commissioner of Police Nasiru Mohammed says some officers of the command in the state had been arrested for allegedly assaulting 5 civilians in Olu. The commissioner confirmed the arrest in a statement issued by the spokesman for the command, Orlando Ikoku. Mohammed said the officers were seen in a viral video committing the act at Banana Junction in Olu. According to him, the officers were seen forcing 5 persons to lie on the floor, flogging them in the process, which is unethical, unprofessional, and unacceptable. He said disciplinary action was being taken against the officers whose conduct was deemed unprofessional, while advising the public to report any unprofessional conduct of officers of the command to the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Ex-Squad, Public Complaint Bureau, or to the Office of the Commissioner of Police. Also, Chairman of Imo State Internal Revenue Service, IIRS, Justice Okoye, has called on all revenue-generating agencies in the state to imbibe the spirit of teamwork for effective and efficient revenue collection in the state. Okoye disclosed this during a meeting attended by the General Manager, Owerri Capital Development Authority, OCDA, General Manager, Environmental Transformation Commission, Entraco, General Manager of Imo State Signage and Advertising Agency, IMSHA, and General Manager, Imo Waste Management Agency. He informed them of the need to harmonize the state revenue collection process flow and eradicate unchecked issuance of demand notices to taxpayers, while expressing optimism that establishing a harmonized process through which all collectible revenue subheads of various agencies. In their contributions, OCDA boss Innocent Ikpamezie and the General Manager of Entraco, McDonald Eberi, said there is need to set revenue targets for their agencies, pointing out that it will spur the agencies towards greater productivity. In Akwa Ibom State, Governor Udom Emmanuel has vowed to complete all major infrastructural projects in the state before leaving office, and his affirmed determination to ensure rapid infrastructure development of the state. The governor, who gave the assurance while inspecting the pace of work at the road project, assured of timely completion of the project by the contractor. This move, he said, will grant more stress-free access to the state capital from neighboring local government areas. Governor Emmanuel, while inspecting the progress of work, expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work on the ongoing Ikot Oku Ikono flyover project, as the contractor affirms commitment to complete the project in May. He, however, decried the paucity of funds and lack of support from national agencies and the infrastructural development of the state. And in Cross River, the State House of Assembly has confirmed Justice Akon Ikpeme as substantive Chief Judge of the state after rejecting her twice. The confirmation took place at the State House of Assembly in Calabar following a motion moved by the leader of the House and the representative of Ogoja constituency, Peter Ode, and seconded by Whip Okon Ephraim, representing Calabar South 1. A letter by Governor Ben Ayade seeking her confirmation as the substantive chief judge of the state was read on the floor of the House by the clerk, Basi Ekpenyong, before a motion was moved for her confirmation, which was done by an overwhelming voice vote. Speaking on why Ikpeme was confirmed as the substantive chief judge in spite of her earlier rejection, the Speaker, Iteng Williams, said the Assembly just did its job, adding that what the lawmakers had done was to stabilize the judiciary. This is 107.3 Darlin FM Owerri. If you're just joining us, you are listening to the World News. In the news, Minister of Interior cautions travel agencies against trafficking. Imo police confirm arrest of cops who assaulted civilians in Olu local government area. Still to come, United States President suspends arms deals to Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. Still ahead is Business Report. Stay tuned.
Missed any of the developing stories during the week? Do you want to get up to speed with the news? Tune in to the People's Radio 107.3 Darlin FM at noon every Saturday for the Week in Review. The Week in Review, reminding you of the week's stories today.
Welcome back. It's World News on 107.3 Darlin FM. Now to the foreign scene. President of the United States, Joe Biden, has temporarily suspended the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates in a significant move against the U.S. allies and in opposition to the preferential treatment given to the Gulf states by former President Donald Trump. In a White House press conference, the new Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, announced that he was reviewing the commitments guaranteed by the United States towards Arab states who had normalized ties with Israel, despite praising and endorsing those agreements. Biden's decision comes amid long-time calls by activists and rights groups for the U.S. and other nations to cease arms deals with Saudi Arabia due to its poor human rights record, its assassination of dissidents, and its ongoing war in Yemen, which began in 2015. Blinken addressed those concerns, stating that he will review sanctions imposed on the group amid warnings that they could cause the world's worst famine in decades. And finally, in business news, Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers has commenced moves to review its code of ethics and standard of professional conduct to strengthen the members' professional practice, enhance their relationship with investors, and restore confidence in the market. As a prelude, a committee which comprises 8 people has been inaugurated to review the existing code of ethics, which has been operational for 10 years. The committee members will also update the code of ethics in line with present realities in the global financial market. The institute's president, Olatunde Amolegbe, who described the committee's members as professionals, charged them to leverage their education, experience, and professional approach to produce a better and current ethical code for the institute. And that's the world news as produced by Uchoma Sophia Afolabi. You can reach our news desk for coverage and eyewitness report on 0818-732-5104 or send an email to darlinfmnews@gmail.com. For more information and inquiries, do visit our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Darlin FM 1073. You can also listen to Darlin FM anywhere in the world. Go to www.darlinfm.ng and click to listen. I am Paul Emoghene. Thanks for listening. Good afternoon.